Brought to you by the Every Dollar app. Start budgeting for free today. Danny is in Miami. Hi, Danny. Welcome to the Ramsey Show.
Thank you so much for having me. Very excited.
Well, good to talk to you, sir. How can we help?
So, this is kind of nerve-wracking because I'm not really good at talking about, finances and stuff like that. But the main point of the reason for my call is because me and my fiance, who we're getting married in July in Montana, but she inherited a house from her grandparents after they passed away. Mm-hmm. And right now it's been a rental property for a couple decades, right? Where somebody in the front of the house has been renting and then somebody in the efficiency in the back has been renting out, right? It brings in, right now we're renovating it, the back end of it, but we know that once we get it fixed up, total should bring about maybe $4,000 a month in rental. Mm-hmm. Her perspective is that she wants to move in into that house. The house is paid off.
Where is the house?
It's in Miami and Coral Gables.
Oh, okay. But you're getting married in Montana. That's what threw me. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So she wants to move into the house, which is paid off, right? Just to maintain it would be about $1,500 a month, aside from the $4,000 if we kept it rented. My standpoint, or at least my perspective, is that if there is a scenario where we can, and I know you're all about, cash, right? If finding a home using the benefit of my first home buyers, right, to find a new house and then use the rental property monthly money to pay off its mortgage of a new house. Because my perspective is I really want to maintain a rental property instead of just moving into the house that's paid off.
Mm-hmm. Okay. How old are you, Danny?
I'm 28.
Good for you.
And she's 27.
Good for you. Well, I share your love of real estate investing. I believe in real estate investing. I own a whole bunch of real estate. I love it. And not everybody should own real estate. You have to deal with these things called tenants. And so sometimes you shouldn't own real estate. But it's not a problem for me. I do conflict well, so I can handle it. And so I'm with you on owning investment real estate. Rachel's husband does real estate for a living, runs our family real estate, and has his own company as well. And so, we both of us love real estate, and so we share that with you. We do also know that the shortest distance between where you are and wealth is to become and stay debt-free, house and everything. That's why we're cash all the time, because it's the best thing for you. It doesn't affect me if you go buy a house on debt. It affects you. So it doesn't. Once we get off the call, my life's going on, and you're going to be dealing with the debt, not me. So, but I love you, and I want you to win. I want you to go out there and be big time wealthy. And the shortest distance is not borrowing money on a residence and keeping a paid for inherited rental. So if you're going to follow that advice, then you've got two choices, actually. One is do what your fiance thinks is okay, move into one of the properties, or move into one side, rent the other. It's paid for. You have zero debt, and you're a young married couple with no debt. That's a very nice place to be, and a very unusually wonderful place to be. You have your entire freaking income to invest and pile up some money and buy your first rental otherwise with cash. And that's what I did after I went broke years ago in the real estate business, by borrowing too much money. So that's one option. The other option's probably emotionally painful, but also mathematically is just as valid, and that's sell the inherited property, use that cash, and buy your first home for cash. Now, I don't think that's going to be real appealing to your fiance.
Yeah.
Because this was her granny's place, and it's been in the family, even though it's been a rental for years. She's got some emotional attachment to it. So suggesting that might not be a winner for you.
Probably not.
Yeah.
Yeah, but, because it's a good house. I mean, it's in an area that's very.
Yeah.
Her grandparents bought the house for, I believe, like $100,000.
Yeah.
It was years ago. Yeah, we're talking, and then now it's about worth $750.
Yeah, and for $750 you can buy a pretty decent home in that area if you pay cash for it and sell that house and pay cash. Mathematically, that's fine. But she just got this. You're just getting married. There's a lot of just starting things here. So I would not do your suggestion, and I would not do her suggestion long term, but I would do it initially. And the way I would set it up with her is say, listen, I don't think long term we want to live in this house
next to renters.
But I also
and that's why.
Yeah, even though it's Granny's house and even though it's inherited and all that, but there's nothing nostalgic about a piece of real estate in most cases. So what I would say we do is we live in this house for a year or 2 years, and then we sell it and use the money to buy a house. But for right now, we're newly married, and this inheritance is fresh for you, and I want to be sensitive to that. So let's give it a little time. But I don't think we want to 10 years from now be living in this house. And I think she'll agree to that, because she probably doesn't either. She's just looking at, oh, I can live here for nothing. And I just got this. So, I would suggest you spend a year to 2 years in that house as a marriage investment.
Yeah.
And then sell it and move up. But no, I would not borrow money to buy another house with your first-time home buyer. Not while you got a place to live for free. Your fiance has a point. But also probably, unless it's her idea, would not sell it today. I don't mind. The only thing that bothers me about selling it today is the emotions of it. I think selling it today would be a fine idea. Mm-hmm. I mean, nothing wrong with it at all.
Yeah, but she probably wouldn't go for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably going to feel weird to her. Mm-hmm. And the family might go, oh, well, she married that guy, and the first thing he did is sell off the house. Well, that's because he's got sense. But, it's a good thing to sell it off, actually. I'd be rid of it and go buy a house. But I don't know that that's going to work relationally in a brand new marriage situation that hadn't even occurred yet.
Yeah.
So it doesn't occur till July. So, but I'm trying to think about all the angles on this. But Danny, yeah. You're thinking like most people think that get in trouble with real estate, and that is that the tenants are going to pay the bill. Tenants sometimes pay the rent. Sometimes there's tenants. And when there's tenants, sometimes they pay the rent. There's a lot of sometimes in there. And those other times, you pay the freaking payment. And so that's how that works.
Well, and there's no payment on this one.
If there's no payment, but I'm saying,
using it
if
to
you're
buy
using
another
it
house,
to cover your other house, then you get to pay your house payment, dude.
Yeah.
So this you can tell a brand new landlord when they think they're always going to get their rent. That's a brand new landlord. That's somebody who's never done it because you don't. Hello. And there's all kinds of stuff happens. I mean, sometimes it's sad things. Winston was managing one of our properties, and we gave these people 4 months free rent because the guy was diagnosed with a terminal cancer.
Yeah.
He was going to die in 4 months. Last thing I'm going to do is evict this woman in the middle of her losing her husband. But I can afford to be that generous if I want to be because I don't have any payments on it.
Right.
But that was just a sad thing. And then she needed to move and on anyway after he passed away. So it wasn't a long-term situation, but you can afford to do that.
But for people like Danny,
you don't always get your rent. That's my point.
Yes. But for people like Danny, because the real estate game, it's always been there, but I feel like it continues just to bubble up.
Social media has made it popular to be stupid again.
Well, it has risen of like, hey, here's another way to invest your money and how to grow wealth and how to become wealthy.
Leverage.
Yeah, that's how most people, if they get into the game, that's where they have to start out, right? Is leverage. So how do you encourage people to say, okay, this is how you start? It is cash, but is there a formula where it's like, okay, you pay off your primary home, or in Danny's case,
pay off everything, become 100% debt free on your personal residence, and then save up with no payments of any kind. You can save up money real fast,
and you'll probably get a condo or so. Like you'll start small, your first property,
buy your first little thing,
and as you build it up. But I think some people, it feels defeating of like, I'll never be able to get into the real estate game.
I was with
the cash
I was on a guy's
situation.
podcast this morning. We were recording it, one of these big YouTube guys, and a wonderful guy. And he was quoting Charlie Munger. He said, one of the things Charlie Munger says 3 things hold people back: liquor, ladies, and leverage.
Oh my gosh.
That'll set you back. Create your free every dollar budget today, the simplest way to budget for your life.